I love the history of cafes. Cafes started off as a place where anyone of any economic class was able to go in and pay for a coffee at the same price. You know, that's the history and origin of cafes. And that's a culture that I want to keep in communities like this. We want to be here to activate this space and remind the neighborhood like, hey, we should be able to sit down in our neighborhood and enjoy our neighborhood and witness the neighborhood and say hello the way I did to like the 3, 4, or 5 people who walk past and we know because we're in the neighborhood, you know? Yeah. You know, I'm grateful my family actually immigrated to Lincoln Heights, which is a community really close to here. And my dad used to work in the early 90s on down the street on Cesar Chavez and Evergreen. He used to work on a taco truck when he was a taquero. And you know, just the fact that my dad's super familiar with this neighborhood, has bought things here, has walked through here, has, you know, like sold fruit when he had his fruit cart back in the day outside of the general hospital here, you know, like there's a strong connection to Boyle Heights. And for me, I'm just grateful that to have that connection because it did help me feel more welcome when I first started coming around and like being part of the community. Cafe Mobile Coffee, we're partnered with Milpa Grill as the official coffee bar for Milpa Grill. And we had our first takeover, and our next takeover was featuring a guest chef. And that guest chef was Chef Jonathan Perez of Machine, who they're known for doing really successful pop-ups, really good gourmet, like elevated tacos, street food, meeting someone who's been culinary trained, and influenced by some really strong taqueros in LA. So our next takeover is like a collaboration of Milpa Grill, Cafe, Machine, all working together, and we see this opportunity for potential and what could really be cracking off during COVID. Providing a safe space for chefs affected by the pandemic to come in and be a guest chef here at Milpa, do a kitchen takeover on the weekend separate from regular service, and just kind of activate that weekend space.
Got him?
About everything. This recipe is my sister-in-law's recipe from Portugal. So when her family immigrated to Hawaii, they wrote it on a plank of the ship that they came over on. So it's been in her family for generations. So that's why we do like LA style, because I grew up here, but I ate this food growing up. So we kind of share it with everybody.
Glad you're being efficient with your route and you gotta like stuff like yeah.
We're residents, so we're here every last Sunday of the month. So it's cool. It's nice to sit indoors, but it's also really nice to sit outdoors. Just hear everything around. I mean, I enjoy it. You know, some people like it a little bit more quiet, but I enjoy hearing the city around me.
Well, like in Hawaii, there's a lot of street vendors, and that culture is like very encouraged, you know. So it's kind of like here. It's kind of like you see, you know, people popped up on the side of the street. Over there, you got them, you know, popped up on the side of the road. It's not like everything from food to plants to dogs. Like there's like a hustler mentality, you know. What's going on here in LA and, you know, specifically what's happening here in like Boyle Heights is like kind of like, you know, taking back the block a little bit, you know, just being able to have the businesses be here, be outside, and be like thriving, you know, especially in these times. So I think it's dope.
The patio definitely was a big opportunity because, you know, during this time, we are a small space inside here, so we're very limited to how many people can be here at one time. You know, even if we start to have 5 people in here, that's already, in the past, we'd ask people to wait outside or we'd designate little cones so we form a line. So this allowed us to accommodate more people. It's just kind of made the community look a little different, giving people, you know, the opportunity to sit down in their own neighborhood, you know, and not feel the need to leave to be able to have an outdoor dining experience or to be able to have a little outside cafe experience, you know? Sometimes it's really fun. I'll catch little moments of kids from the neighborhood. They'll be with their parents or late in the evening, and they sometimes use this space when we clear the patio at night as like a little area to run around, or the parents will be walking with their dog, walk with their kids, and they'll wait right here because the kids want to like run around the patio, or, you know, so it's like, it's been cool to really see the neighborhood enjoy the patio. Mentioning about the patio, you know, the person who built it and designed it themselves, Juan Carlos Espinoza, my dad, who just happened to see the chefs working on the patio at first with limited supplies, limited resources, and later wanted to bring it up to the manager and offer it to us that he could help at first, kind of just built the deck, but then from there it arose to like he would just create the whole thing and just used all of the staff at different little rotations to just volunteer with him and help him with a few things, passing him the tools, putting down some nails or some screws. So I definitely wanted to pay tribute and mention my dad, you know, Juan Carlos Espinoza. We've played music together in the past. He used to drum, I used to play guitar and bass a little bit more, and we used to play music here and there to jam out. Yeah. The Relentless Youth. The Relentless Youth. But pretty much, I think we both have helped my dad do a lot of home construction and a lot of like projects with the family, and like helped him out growing up on some, you know, went to go see him work at like his actual work a few times.
The building of our patio, it does represent something bigger, like something like we're still building here. And it's just another day.